Yeah, I'm gonna be doing something a little different this time. I'm reviewing two episodes from two different TV shows in one video. Mostly because I tried to do one video, but that was really bad. And I just decided to do them both since I'll be able to be easier. I'll probably put an annotation somewhere linking you to the second episode if that's the one you want to see. But yeah. So I'm reviewing both Power Rangers: A Crack in the World and Big Time Rush, Big Time Babysitting. So not doing a compare or contrast anything since they're two completely different shows. And yeah, they're two completely different shows. They don't need to be compared and contrast. And okay, so let's start with the one that I actually saw first, which was Big Time Rush. If you want the Power Rangers review, like I said, it'll be up there somewhere. I don't know. Let's see, Big Time Rush. The episode starts with what? I think it's, oh yeah, Big Time Rush. Rock Records is expanding, and Big Time Rush have to babysit Baby Lace, who is really weird. I like him. He's funny. Like when we first see him, he thinks that the microwave is a time machine and he needs to get back to 1984. Seems legit. Okay, and then let's see. Then there's the credits, and then they have to talk. They're talking about how they can't do it, and Gustavo and Kelly talk about how they have to go and make sure his dressing room is perfect and stuff. And um, I don't remember the order things happened. I just know things happened. Um, then let's see. Katie doesn't want a babysitter because she's in the 7th grade, and so the boys take Baby Lace back to the room, and then Mama Knight recruits James and Carlos to babysit Katie, and Kendall and Logan have to look over Baby Lace, and Kendall has to deal with Joe, who's which is she's feeling really awkward since the first thing she sees of Kendall when she gets back is he's kissing another girl. And then he takes all day to choose whether or not he likes her. And yeah, I admit I didn't think about that when I did it, so that's sort of, but I see how it sort of makes sense. And then let's see, and then Gustavo and Kelly at Babyface's dressing room find out that the jelly beans that he needs aren't there because another artist, Puppy Dog, took them because he's a jerk. And let's see. And James and James and Carlos still trying to watch over Katie. They make sure she doesn't leave the Palmwood, so they get toys. Oh, Baby Lace thinks Logan is a girl, since because he's the nurse type person who has to resuscitate him, and they decide to throw a picnic to get Kendall back with Joe. And but Baby Lace eats some shrimp, which he's allergic to, falls on the picnic, and then Kendall has to explain to Joe that they can't have it, and he accidentally calls her Lucy. Of course, you have to make it worse, Kendall. So then they have to revive Babyface, but the defibrillator isn't working since Logan got crazy with it, and they decided to give him an allergy shot, and that works. And Babyface thinks up a plan to get Joe back, and he'll need more allergy shots because he learns that he loves shrimp, even though he's very allergic. So yeah, then Kelly and Gustavo try to get the jelly beans back from Puppy Dog, and James and Carlos still trying to keep Katie from getting out, but she keeps getting out. And Katie decides that she has more fun with James and Carlos than she does playing some video game that she was trying to get out to play. Um, Babyface and Kendall wrote a love song for Joe, and when they're about to perform it, Babyface has another heart attack for like the 10th time that episode, and Kendall decides to just start over with Joe, and so they're all happy and good. And so then everybody goes to the Hall of Rock Awards since Babyface is getting inducted into it, and Puppy Dog goes to perform, and he throws up on stage because of the jelly beans, and so happy ending. Yeah, for since and Babyface doesn't want any jelly beans or something like that, since yeah, if he originally they thought that if they had him they would get fired, and then that happened and he didn't and stuff, and yeah, and I like this episode. I'm just not good at explaining it. That's what I don't know why I'm a reviewer and stuff, and that only took 7 minutes. Well, huh, but I guess I guess anything random I want to talk about Big Time Rush? Hmm. Uh, yeah. The bad thing about reviewing a comedy is that the bad thing about reviewing a comedy that actually works is that you can't really make jokes at it. It's better reviewing a comedy that doesn't work, or a action movie, or anything other than a comedy, because you can make jokes at it. Anyways, I guess I'll be on to Power Rangers, or Cracking the World. So the episode begins with the Rangers training and Kevin's beating up Mike even though he's not even paying attention. I liked that part since personally I don't like Mike that much and I think he's one of the worst Rangers there's ever been. But I give the actor credit. Don't hate the actor, just hate the character. So, anyways, then Serrator sends out a Nylok to cause misery, and Octoroo figures out his plan by asking himself questions. He asks himself the question, and he says the answer immediately without even taking a breath. It's just like, you need somebody who's part human, part not like Decker. I know that the answer is Decker, and so that's blah blah. And then, yeah. And then Antonio's catching a fish. It's a big fish. Tries to take a photo with a samuraiser. I, I, his I understand, okay? His I understand, since he made his. He made his samurai, so I can understand it having photo capabilities. It's the other rangers having photo capabilities that I don't like. Okay, so then there's yeah, the rangers figured out that the attacks are making a line. Bulk and Spike are training. Um, the Nylock makes people get sick. It attacks Bulk and Spike, but for some reason the bugs don't immediately go into their mouths like everyone else's, and so they're able to hide in the photo booth and eat their food, which they have to go get by lifting up the photo booth and walking to it. And then the Rangers fight Pestalox, the Nylock, and then Serrator and Moogers and stuff come out, and there's a lot of fighting in this episode. And then there's the Decker comes out, and Decker wants his sword or a masa, and Serrator agrees to give it to him if he agrees to destroy the earth or put a crack in the world. See, it worked. And then he'll free Decker so he can be free at last. And then, but Decker hasn't really decided to do it, and the earth starts shaking, and Jaden, Emily, and Mia defeat the Pestalox Nylock. Grows giant. They defeat it there, and Mike really doesn't do anything this episode. Kevin figures out there's a line. Antonio tries to fight the Nylock on his own. Jaden, Emily, and Mia defeat the Nylock, and Mike doesn't do anything. Maybe that's why I like this episode. And then then Serrator, then the earth starts shaking and the things explode like the scene off of Ghostbusters, or the exact same scene off of To Boldly Flee, only on a much bigger scale. And the energy, and Serrator's talking about how Decker will be free if he ends the world, and if not, it's only a taste of his true power, and he's flying and all this stuff, and yeah. Wow, this is shorter than some of my reviews for one episode, but then again, comedies are hard to review, and this was like 30 straight minutes of action scene, and really, you can't review that either. You need to have some jokes that fall flat, which the Nylock's puns, but that's standard for Power Rangers. The monsters always have bad puns. Let's see, anything? Oh yeah, there is the fact that it's Japan that the Rangers are in, because when it shows the crack in the world, it's definitely not any America. It's not like North America, South America, mine. It's Japan. It's surrounded. It's like a little. It's like an island. It's an island surrounded by water and stuff. But it's a giant island though, and it doesn't have the shape of any of the Americas. So yeah, the Rangers are in Japan for this season. That's different, which begs the question of how alternate universe parallel dimensioning doesn't really count. So why is Bulk in Japan? At least I think that was Japan. If it wasn't Japan, I apologize to all the people who know their geography. But yeah, yeah, looked like Japan to me. Um, I'm gonna search up a map of I'm gonna search up a picture of Japan and see if it actually looks like that. Japan. Let's see. Images. Yep, that's the island. That's the thing we saw, I think. It's hard to tell when looking at a map version of it. You have to find an actual satellite image of Japan. Japan's Yep. Yeah, the Rangers are in Japan. So, well, that was a short review for everything. Didn't get too off topic, I guess. So, yeah, both episodes. I liked this episode of Power Rangers. I liked the episode of Big Time Rush. Granted, there really hasn't been an episode of Big Time Rush that I haven't liked, and there has been an episode of Power Rangers that I hated. And oh yeah, I forgot what I don't know why, but just so happened that this picture that'll appear on the screen for a few seconds. Yeah, that was the YouTube like thumbnail for the first clip of Big Time Babysitting that they showed, and it's really weird. Cause I mean it's not even like a face that she makes all the it's, that you can catch. It's just like a sort of transition between it. So just all like that. It's really really weird. If there was a let's see. Yeah. So that's something. And well, if you excuse me, now I gotta go finish watching some guys play some Sonic game from the year 2006 for the fifth time. So, yeah, Deweyfin21 saying bye.